You're about to witness a seismic event.
Daddy, can you put on Skitbags radio?
No, go to bed.
Okay, yeah, that's the promo. Yeah.
Well, hello, and welcome to the British crew that comes from across the pond and drops waters with Mr. International and Mr. Big Double Chin Pretty Boy. It's Skitbags Radio, and welcome to the house. We got men who's rallying all around the place. It's Mr. CD Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Caller, the bad boy. No shirt titties out and doing what we do every time it's Skitbags Radio at Dash Talk X. We got the whole crew with us, 6 in the squad, and we got one showing up a little bit later with long braids that come from his hot bod. Let's break it down and get ready and talk to the girl that's on the right and show him how it's tight and tell him who you be, baby.
Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm Gabby Shea.
Yo, yo, yo. DJ Gabster in the house.
And then the other dude.
All right, pause, Carl.
Yeah.
What accent was that, dude? I don't even know what the fuck happened in the beginning.
That was like 27
Dude, it definitely ended in the Caribbean accent, and it had a little bit of Australian in it.
Well, anyhow, we were international because, you know, he's Mr. International, and they've been across multiple places, so he had to cross multiple accents, whether intentional or accidental.
You spun it right.
And then he's the Brit guy because he's got the Brit roots, so he's bringing over that conquering power. Right. And then he brought my man Theron with him, you know, the enforcer, you know what I'm saying, because he's getting a soccer hooligan fight.
Giggity, Mr. International.
All right, you passed. All right.
Here we go. Hit me, bro.
Cheer.
There it is.
Yo, fuck with me, though. Let's do this.
Life and Neil the Great in the house. Yo, this is Sailor Dev coming at you. We're recording from Dash Radio in Hollywood, California. Say what up, fam.
Cheer.
We are blessed with the most illustrious guests in the building today. Our fearless leader, Mickey Gooch Jr., and his international phenom.
Mr. International.
Yeah.
Say what up, boys.
Time out. Yo, I thought you were going to say international fiend.
International fiend. Fiending from place to place. Fiending left and right.
I wouldn't oppose to that, yeah.
Right?
What the fuck are you guys doing here? This is the Skitbag Show. Hey guys, I'm Mickey Gooch Jr. This is the obviously creation of Skitbags. I have no idea what these guys are doing, but I like it. Carl, that was a great opening. That was amazing. Guys, thanks for having me on the Skitbag Show, right?
Oh, thank you for getting us the Skitbag Show there, fearless leader.
So I've shown up with Mr. International himself. He's been all over the place. We're actually creating a book right now. The proceeds are going to go to his 8-month baby. Yeah.
Congrats, Pop.
He's a dad.
Right.
I am a dad, yeah. This is Theron here, Mr. International, or the Dirty Handsome. You can call me one or the other, but I think recently it's more of Mr. International because me and Big Dick Mick here have been roaming around the world and on a little tour.
That's right. So what do you guys do on this show? What goes on here?
So we start every episode with a breakdown of a movie or TV show or stand-up special, but we were talking a little bit before the show, and we kind of came to the agreement that we're not going to just break down a movie or a TV show. We're going to break down a career.
An era.
A phenom, if you would. I'm going to steal your thunder there, Theron, just for a phenom. Sorry.
You do that. Do your
You're
thing,
a
baby.
fiend.
It's all good.
Yeah, go ahead.
What we narrow in on, gentlemen and lady?
You know what? I'll start it off. Motherfucker, every fucking summer, Tom Cruise is putting in the work. I can't remember the last summer that Tom Cruise didn't have some fucking movie. Even last year, he bullshitted with the fucking Mummy. We still took it and we loved it, you know? I swear to God, Tom Cruise, with me, is synonymous with summer blockbusters, and he's been consistently doing it this entire run.
Is he the greatest of all time?
He's the GOAT for action movies, for sure.
For the action movies.
Is he the action movie GOAT? We're going to put him head-to-head with Jackie Chan right now.
Are you going to put him head-to-head with Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Head-to-head with Jackie Chan right now. What do you say?
I don't know about that one.
Come on.
What about Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Lever made movie.
What about that?
Dwayne Rock Johnson can't act.
All right. You know what? Okay, this is how I'm going to put Tom Cruise and Jackie Chan, all right? Jackie Chan is like a dude who has like crazier numbers than Tom Cruise, but his team is whack. And they never get like past like the second round. So we never really see it like,
he like
under the
Pistol
lights.
Pete.
You know?
He like Pistol Pete Maravich. He
You
just
know what I mean?
a whole lot of scoring.
He never plays
Nothing
under.
but
He never
losing.
plays under. Like Jackie Chan never plays under the lights. He did one time. It was with Chris Tucker. You know what I mean? Like that was like basically like in terms of his like epic proportions, it kind of peaked at that. But his body.
Rush Hour? We're talking about Rush Hour, right?
Rush Hour. Yeah. You know, so like
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it right now. Tom Cruise is better than Jackie Chan. That's
gotta agree.
it. That's it.
No, I gotta agree because I love Jackie, and Jackie, it's the complication of the stunts. Like Jackie's stunts are amazing, and he does all of his own stunts, and it's almost like a dance choreography though, because it's a lot of martial arts and a lot of jumping off of things that are timed and choreographed. Tom Cruise held on to the fucking side of a plane, all right, and in his new movie, he learned how to fly a helicopter and go into what's called a deep dive stall, and he was the only one in this helicopter. So they rigged the helicopter with cameras, so you knew it was only Tom flying the motherfucker. How many people learn to fly a fucking helicopter and almost crash it for their movie?
Tom Cruise. baby.
probably someone
That's
who isn't
right.
alive.
Let's talk about the run of Tom Cruise, all right? This is the Tom Cruise run. We're talking about the run of Tom Cruise. Carl, I know we've talked about this in
Yes.
length. Please tell the people, tell them, what is the run of Tom Cruise and what are we talking about here?
Well, you know, every great actor, talent, creative person has a signature. And his signature is that in every film, and trust, this is in his contract because somebody's dying if it doesn't fucking happen. He has to run in every film, full out, full
out.
balls, never stop.
50-yard dash, every film.
50-yard dash.
Kills it.
There's a 50-yard dash. I mean, you proved me wrong, but is there any movie, including any Tom Cruise movie? I mean, even the.
Oh, what's the movie we always
What about
legend?
Vanilla Sky? Did you think about
No,
that one? Vanilla
there's a
Sky?
50-yard dash in Vanilla Sky. Come on, let's not fuck with that, all right?
Have you seen his face
Crazy
in Vanilla
little thing
Sky? He was
called
running
love.
for a
He's
second.
running from everything in 50. In Vanilla Sky, that motherfucker does not stop running, okay? He's running.
Eyes wide shut. He's running from his wife and all those dudes in hoods.
Yeah, same thing with Cameron Diaz in Vanilla
No,
Sky.
there's a full 50-yard dash in every Tom Cruise movie. And we believe, and I think it's true, that it's actually contracted.
Yeah.
It's in the contract.
It's got to be.
You
almost
can't
wanna-
get him in a movie unless he's in a 50-yard dash.
I almost want to go earlier on into his like earlier career into maybe commercials and see maybe if he had it going on during that. You know what I mean? Like I want to go like down to like his
First it was slides.
His amateur
Because you
days.
remember like Risky Business, he was not being a full
No,
sprint. but
he
was-
does a sprint in that movie.
But he was sprinting
When he gets off
to
the train.
Slide.
When he gets off the train, he sprints.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wonder if it all started with him like doing like a light jog out of a scene, just like out of nowhere. Like
Jesus, Tom,
it
you
was
look
like,
fucking
dude,
You know,
great
I think
when you're
I
running.
coming
think
out of the bathroom. Like, why are you jogging? I thought it might look right.
so. I get you guys know at Skitbags. I deal with a lot of actors. We get a lot of people. We give a lot of advice, right? And as part of Skitbags building careers, Neil personally makes a lot of the demo reels of all the Skitbaggers,
Yes,
right?
I do.
I'm gonna say it right now. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. Every person putting a demo reel together needs a 50-yard dash in their demo reel. And if you don't have one, you're fucking up, all right? I'm about to go film one today.
Just because.
In fact, actually, I
That's a
do.
pretty good
I
idea.
have the Head Thieves 50-yard dash.
Oh yeah, we
When
definitely
I'm running,
do.
yeah, and that's in the reel.
It
You
is
know
in
what?
the reel.
You have one from Office Uprising too, right? When
I
you're
got a
running
few
through the-
50-yard dashes.
Yeah, a few sprints.
Yeah, a few sprints.
Right, building the
You're-
legacy.
Matter of fact, I'm trying to think if there's one without you sprinting.
Maybe I'm on that Tom Cruise
I know.
shit, dude.
Fucking carrying the torch.
There's a 50-yard dash in your demo reel, you're getting hired for a film, period.
So when do you think, like, Tom has done dramatic stuff, and then he's done action stuff, and he's done comedy stuff. Like, he knocked it out of the park in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Dude.
totally unexpected. That was
Yes.
from left field. And honestly, when I first saw
Although
it,
no 50-yard dash.
very true. Yeah.
But he's not Tom. He's not Tom.
Cruise.
Oh, yeah, he's not
He's
Tom.
like Harvey Weinstein. Yeah,
Exactly what his
that's a
character
Harvey,
was.
yeah.
And I might want to swap the 50-yard dash for that dance sequence at the end. You know,
Yeah.
He could have been like, you know what, guys, can we do a little swap?
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know, we'll do that.
They
for you, Tom.
probably did film it. They probably filmed
Right,
it.
right.
It's in
And
the
they're like- and they're
outtakes.
like, yo, Tom, yeah, it's
There's
definitely
footage.
In it. It's definitely in it.
He's
Tom.
like, listen, I need the 50-yard dash. And they were like, but I don't think we could fit it. We'll put it in the end credits. They were like, why don't you do this dance too? And they took the dance over the 50. But there's footage out there
I
of him
heard,
doing a 50-yard dash.
I heard him giving an interview about it, and he was like, Ben contacted me for this role, you know, and he was like, what do you think about this? And Tom read it, and he loved it, and he goes, I loved it, and I go, two things, though. he's got to have fat hands, really fat, hairy hands, and I got to sing to a hip hop song. That's it.
Oh, is this true?
Yeah. And that was Tom Cruise's choice. And then they filmed it a couple different ways because originally the character didn't have that many lines written for it in the part. And then they did all these shoots, and then they showed the shoots to Ben, and Ben Stiller was like, this is amazing. We're definitely putting this in the movie now.
Nice.
So the new Mission Impossible, it's worth seeing. Those have seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
I agree.
Do you know what
Have you
makes
seen
me
it,
want to
Neil?
see it?
Are we seeing it tonight?
Yes, that was
We're
the
going
plan.
tonight, right?
we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
see
the
it.
plan.
Yeah, that's the
All right.
plan.
All right, I'll call you later.
Dude, you know what? Have you seen the posters for this movie? And every fucking poster, he's like either on the side of the fucking plane or he's jumping up. He looks mad uncomfortable. It's like, yo, these aren't even doctored photos. I think they really took this photo for the fucking billboard. Like,
Dude,
they were like,
Is Tom Cruise on performance-enhancing drugs?
Probably. It's called Scientology.
Scientology, exactly.
He doesn't look a day older than like 10 years ago. Like he's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
That's what no booze and getting, what is it, the IV
Yo, I don't drink. I don't drink. I look old as fuck. All right, let's be honest.
I don't know what Tom's doing, but he's doing it right. Who's he even with?
I'm not sure.
Well, he was with Katie, right? Katie Holmes.
Yeah, but I haven't seen her.
Maybe it's like
I think he
once
buried her. She's done.
Yes.
You don't cross Tom Cruise.
Hold on. She has been in
In
something.
fact, I'm worried for all of us right now, to be quite honest with you. We're talking a lot of shit. We're talking a lot about Tom Cruise. There's someone out, it's like, there's something bugged. Something's going to happen. My car's not, Neil's car is going to break down again.
You right?
No. Katie Holmes is definitely in something recently that I've seen that was really good. I just forget what it
Katie's
was.
dating Jamie Foxx right now.
But she can get out.
Why?
What?
Well, she can get out.
Carl's so against that.
Why?
Wait, what?
Like that
Hold on.
offends me. Like, why? God.
dating
what are you
Jamie?
doing?
Jamie Foxx is dating Katie Holmes, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not looking at Jamie for me. I'm looking at Katie like, what are you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've gone from Tom Cruise to Jamie Foxx. That's all I'm saying.
Jamie.
Shots fired.
Jamie doesn't even run in every film. That's all I'm saying.
Jamie
But-
does not have a 50-yard dash, so
Nope,
He doesn't.
very true.
He doesn't have a signature. He does not have a signature.
And he
There's
can
no
play
signature.
piano and he can sing.
He does. He does have that signature, I guess.
that was funny.
That he's a double. That he's a.
I remember, I don't know why, but I remember when that movie came out, they were like, Jamie? Jamie's like, what the
All right, hold on. We'll go down the line. What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Man, the original Mission Impossible is such a classic. I honestly, last night I found myself quoting Top Gun. I was,
Really?
yeah, because I was in an argument with our good friend Days Da Vinci. Shout out Days, I love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But we were in a little emotional argument, and in the argument I go, "Your ego is writing checks your body can't cash." And I looked and I go, wait a minute, did I just quote Top Gun? And I sat back and I go, no one's gonna get this reference. I'm the only one that's gonna laugh on the inside. In the middle of this argument, I'm like, all right, well, we'll just throw this under the bridge. So I gotta say, like, Top Gun and Mission Impossible, probably my two.
Really?
I don't know.
I got a question. Is Tom Cruise in The Outsiders?
I don't know.
He is,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know.
That's a Pony Boy. Stay golden.
I'm just going to say something real quick. This is just you reminded me of a really funny story. So my brother, Stefan, who works at like some prestigious bank and whatever in New York City, he actually broke up with a girl and she was so crazy. He showed me the text messages. I started reading these text messages and like halfway through the text messages, he was like telling her, listen, if you only had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, would you capture it or would you just let it slip away? Because this is my career and I really need to just be focusing on that and not you.
She said that?
No, he said that to her.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And I'm reading these messages. I'm like, yo, dude, are you fucking are you throwing an Eminem quote in? He goes, yeah. How stupid is she? Because she didn't even catch it. She was like, listen, babe.
That is deep.
Yeah. No, he
Made me think.
I was like, that's fucked up. Like, I mean, there's one, like, you can insult a girl, but like, you're going to start quoting lyrics of one of the most pop culture famous songs of all time. That's just wrong.
I got a theory about that. The great actors who've done a lot of great roles, in their relationships later in life, they actually use lines from their films on their husbands and wives and shit.
Oh, I use lines from Head Thieves all the time.
Boom.
All the time. Boom, bitches.
Do you know what story I thought I know this is just a random thing, but what you're telling me a story about your brother. One of the funniest stories I had was when I think we were like in one of the bedrooms, one of the rooms in Malibu, and Carl comes in. He's like talking about someone, like fuck this guy, fuck him, and this fucking and then like your brother walks in and goes, who is this guy? We have it all on tape, too. He goes, who the fuck is... You remember that?
I was like, this fucking guy ruined my life, and he fucked me. This guy's an ass. Well, who is this guy? Like he was gonna do something about it. He was gonna take care of business. What about the time when my brother in Malibu was like, we threw a party, right? My brother's very fit, very good looking, blonde, curly hair. You know, we're all not on his level. Let's just put it that way, okay? And we had a party going on, and all of a sudden we see these girls, and everyone's there, and we look to the corner, and Stefan's doing pull-ups. He's doing pull-ups and push-ups, and then he casually walks into the kitchen and starts talking Spanish. Yeah. And we're like, yo, fuck this guy. This guy got out of here.
Yeah.
God, he is
good times. The Malibu days, holy shit.
Oh man, the memories.
So what exactly is Life of Neil the Great, Neil?
Oh, trust me. All right, my daughter got stuck in Russia for a week because the papers that we sent with her weren't translated into Russia, and then we had to get the documents sent over to Russia overnight, but you can't overnight shit to Russia because they're already a day ahead. It's going to be 3 days. So in order for me to get the documents to her quickly, I had to drive to LAX, and I found the next flight to Russia, which was Aeroflot. I had to wait people and then ask someone to take it on the flight with them and meet my daughter who's at the airport.
No, you called me to help her too. I was in Russia, and you were like, my daughter is stuck in Russia.
And I was like, you wouldn't be hopping around in the private jet.
I said, I don't think I'm leaving Russia, dude.
So
Mr. International is still stuck in Russia.
But that's the life of Neil the Great. Like those kind of situations.
Yeah.
What is happening to the
Absolutely.
Well, speaking on Russia, how was Russia, and why do you not want to leave, and why is Mr. International not even actually here?
Darren, we want to take that on Russia. Why do you like Russia?
You know, Russia's an interesting place. Beautiful women,
there's like an 8-to-1 female to guy ratio in Russia.
Are you serious?
You ever been in a strip club? Obviously,
yes.
Right? Actually, I've been in a strip club with you. In fact, I think the last time I was with you, Carl, I was in the strip club. I think the last time I saw you was the strip club. No, so the vibe you get in a strip club where every female is sort of trying to get a piece of you, right?
Yeah.
A little something, right? But they're all eyeing you. They're all coming over to you. They're harassing you. You know what I mean? It's like a flipped situation. It's a whole nother vibe. If you had never been in a strip club, which most people have, it's a different vibe. The girls are coming after you, right? In Russia, it's the same thing, but on the street.
Wow. It sounds like Club Hong Kong, if you ask me.
Yeah, but on the street,
leave it at that.
Everyone's coming after you. It's crazy. It's a very wild place. The first day we got there, the Uber driver completely
There's Uber
left.
there?
Oh, they got Uber, but it's sketch because it's a sketchy Uber situation, okay? Because we roll up to Russia. First of all, for the audience out there, we were there for the World Cup. Went to the final. It was great. Who won? France, right? Yeah. So we pull up to Russia. First of all, there's like 1,500 cab drivers in the airport. You want the cab? Get the cab. Get taxi. And it's like, we're not getting in one of these taxis. Like, this is a bad look. Like, you get in a taxi, it's over, right? And so we show up, and I'm like, well, let's try Uber, right? Maybe that's good. We call the Uber, and like the Uber, first of all, the service doesn't work, so you can't really tell where the Uber is.
Yeah.
So you can't really find him. So then you call the Uber driver, right? Make the international call. He's like, and I'm like, I don't speak fucking English, Russia, dude. Like, come on. He's like, and I'm like, where are you? Where are you? you know, dude, like I don't know where you are. And then next thing you know, boom, the fucking Uber just starts driving off, like as if I'm already in the car. But guess what? I'm not in the fucking car.
Hold on, so it's not even dropping the fucking. It's like it's continuing.
He just left.
It's continuing your ride.
He left as if someone else got in the car, or
He's being charged for the ride.
I'm getting charged and I can't cancel it. I'm like, cancel. And I'm calling him, and that dude's screening my call. The dude's screening my calls like an ex-girlfriend, bro. Like, there's like nothing I can do. And I'm like, dude, so I can't use Uber now. There's no Lyft. I can't even cancel the Uber, right, to you know, get in the car. And basically, I'm like, well, now we got to go with one of these fucking guys that are going taxi, right? So we get in a taxi. I'm like, hey, how much is it going to be? He's like, it's no big deal. So we drive all the way to the hotel. Meanwhile, I know how much it should cost because I got an Uber that's going there. You know?
Yeah, right.
And it's already told me it's 1,000 rubles, right? We get there and he's like, it's 4,000 ruble. And I'm like, that's like 4 times the amount. That's wrong. He's like, it's right. It's the right price. And I'm like, dude, that's wrong. That's the wrong price. And he like shows me a map, not in English, and shows me. He's like, "You see the color map right here? It's 4,000 rubles. It's this section." And I'm like, "Whatever, dude. Here, like, I'm either gonna fight this guy. I mean, dude, literally looks like he's Putin's like right hand man. I mean, every Russian dude in there looks like they're gonna fucking kill you. Like, this guy's holding a gun. He wants to fight. He probably doesn't got food on the table. This extra 3,000 rubles like gonna get him through the day, right? And so, I'm not gonna make a big deal. I mean, whatever. It's 4,000 rubles. That comes out to about $200 or something like that. And so I go into the hotel and I'm like, can you believe this? The Uber driver, he left without me. And then on top of that, the taxi driver charged me 4,000 rubles. She's like, 4,000 ruble? That's crazy. You crazy, right? And so the and she goes, welcome to Russia.
No, she didn't.
I knew it. No, she did. She said, welcome to Russia. Yeah, I was like explaining to her everything, and she was unfazed, just cold, just ice cold. I mean, Neil, you know about the Russian one.
Yeah. Sounds like someone I know.
Yeah. And so she just looks at me, ice cold, welcome to Russia. Jesus Christ. I mean, and you know what? From that moment on, though, I was prepared. I was ready. I was like, fuck this country.
That's why your text was like, yo, it's sketch.
I'm like, I'm in here. Oh, yeah, I told you. I said, how's Russia?
Like, yo, bro, it's sketch.
Sketch. Understatement. All right. So I know you guys do the segment. We already kind of talked about Tom Cruise, right? I want to play a game. It's called, and guys, this is a great party game. This is an amazing game that you can do when you're with your friends, when you're drinking, when you're smoking weed. It might even break the tension if you're in a fight with some crazy asshole named Days Da Vinci. You know,
he's not that big of an asshole. It's all good.
He's not an asshole, but you know what I'm saying. If you were in a fight with an asshole, might not be Days, but it could be someone. You want to break the tension. This game is called Picture Roulette. All right, you guys all got your phones on you?
Yeah. We do. And by the way, if you're listening to this, you can head over to the YouTube channel because I will have everyone email me the pictures that we break down and that we talk about right now, and I'm going to put them up on the screen so you guys can
maybe
watch
not some of them, but
on the video. If I have to blur some stuff, I can blur some stuff. But, you know,
all right.
We'll go. Who? Well, fearless leader, this was your call. Well, who do you want to start us off?
All right. So first off, you know, fuck it. We can do mine. So here's what you do. You open up your phone screen, right? Mm-hmm. And you go to the camera, the all photos, right? Yep. So they're all up. Pass to my left. Always to the left, right, Neil?
Yes.
Always pass to the left, right, Carl?
Yeah.
All right.
To the left.
Now, Devin, start scrolling and stop and point, but you can't look. It has to be. Yeah, you can't be looking at the screen. So you're scrolling through all my photos, and you stop randomly, and you click on a photo, and you're going to describe to the audience what you see.
Be like,
scroll, do one big scroll, like, you know, like a roulette wheel.
All right, cool. So
here we go. He's gonna scroll right now. Yeah, well, you got to scroll down, but it goes
look
up.
Look at me, Devin. Look
scroll.
at me.
You got to look at him. No, you're not there. He's fucking.
I don't know. I fucking don't work iPhones, man. I'm Android.
Look, you just do that. That's all you do.
This and I'll just point.
All right, we're gonna scroll. So we're scrolling the photos and point. All right, what do you got here? What do you got?
This is a screenshot from a text. And it says, hello, my name is Michael. I'm contacting about final tickets from StubHub. Please let me know how I can deliver tickets in Moscow. My data in details, and then 2 blurred photos. 2 blurred photos?
No, they're the tickets to the World Cup.
Okay, yeah.
We got data details. Okay, that's fun. All right, pull out your phone, Devin. Now pull out your phone.
Oh, yeah, you have to give it to me now.
So so the way you do it is you scroll, like a roulette wheel.
Right.
You pull out your camera.
All right, so this is the top, and you just go down, like you swipe up.
I got it.
All right?
So you're gonna be scrolling. All right, so Neil, you take the phone.
Hand it over. Come on.
Scrolling the photos. Try, yeah, don't look. You get it. He's getting deep in there. I like that.
The deeper you go, the more trouble I get in.
Yeah, keep going deep. Go deep. Where we at? What we got here? He's scrolling. What do you got?
It's a picture of me.
What are you doing? What are you doing in the photo?
No, but it's all of us at Dash Radio. One afternoon, I guess, when we had a show.
Who's the guest? Who's the guest?
Don't do this to me.
Who's the guest? He doesn't know who the guest is. He forgot who the.
I know. It's Carl.
There's Carl, and there's another person.
There's Devin.
That must have been an off week. That must have been an off week.
Right.
And there's a couple of girls.
Gabby, make sure your phone's ready.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it the Hermione
get your
Granger
phone ready,
ladies?
Gabby.
Is it
Yes,
Gabby, get your phone ready.
The Hermione.
Get that camera up.
It is them.
Is it
So-
Hermione
Yeah,
That
no, but I'm
is-
saying everyone needs to do this.
Okay.
All right, Neil, you've got to pass.
I'm giving this to Gabby.
So real quick, we'll shout out who this is. This is Alice Pierce.
You can't do that now. Now he's gonna know that.
Why'd you do that?
You
Because
threw him under the bus. You just destroyed him. It's not even under the bus. You just blew him up.
You Greg Varley'd me.
I had to because our other co-host and our video DJ is a star on their show.
Yeah, the Hermione Granger show.
So whenever we have the opportunity to plug Hermione Granger and the Quarter Life Crisis, we always do. And we love her.
Hermione Granger.
Yeah, it's
From
like
Harry Potter.
Yeah, they flipped it like she's like a sister now.
Okay.
It's like
She's like a 25.
Here we go, Neil. Here we go.
Living in LA.
Oh no! So Gabby's scrolling. She's scrolling the photos. Yeah, get deep in there.
Carl, give Gabby your mic.
Here we go. We'll see what she's
Swing it
got.
over.
Don't look, Gabby.
She's scrolling.
Blank though.
It's blank.
Blank?
Oh no.
Oh no, it's not. You know what it is? It's
What is it?
Oh, okay, go.
Oh, she's got. Here we go. Fine, you get a photo.
Just pick one.
Oh, it's a video. Here we go.
Yeah, play the video.
It's a screen recording.
Oh, no.
Of
Oh,
it's this video of a dude rapping about Chick-fil-A. Have you?
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
He's like, play that. The fear in your eyes just now, Neil. Yeah. Listen.
We already pray for you.
So what exactly is this video now?
It's Chick-fil-A. It's the guy from Chick-fil-A behind the counter. He's like just rapping like about serving you at Chick-fil-A.
Is this you caught this on tape?
No. I was going through Instagram.
Oh, this was an Instagram video.
And I just screened.
Because I know you've had your fair share of battles with Chipotle and the burrito guy.
That motherfucker. That motherfucker.
You seen that battles with like
that motherfucker tell me he makes the best burritos this side of town. You motherfucker. Are you kidding me?
You fucked your burrito up, right?
And you're at Chipotle? No, I'll tell you the story right now. I'm not even gonna walk away from this. I go to fucking Chipotle, they get a burrito. I'm like, I'm a block away from Chipotle. I go back home, my fucking burrito's unwrapped. It's not even tight anymore. I'm like, what the hell is this? All right, I go back, and I don't want to blow up the guy's spot because obviously the guy's a newcomer, who performs like this with burritos. Okay, so I don't want to blow up his spot. I tell his manager, I came here earlier. One of your employees didn't properly wrap my burrito. Can I get another one?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna come out of left field like, what'd you say? Hello? I'm like, bro, I don't want to try to involve you. But yeah, man, you improperly rolled my burrito. and he goes, well, that's a lie. And I go, how is that a lie? Yeah. and he said, because I roll the best burritos this side of town. That's why.
Oh, shit.
And I go, is that so? And he goes, yes. And I go, well, luckily, I go, is that so? I go, luckily for me, I took a photo of your. a photo of your unprepared burrito, and if the people here in the store wouldn't mind seeing, I turn around, I show everyone in the Chipotle, this guy makes this best burrito side of town. Look at this photo. This is the evidence.
in front of the audience,
in front of everyone.
in an audience
this is
at Chipotle.
Yeah, and then the guy, and then they're like, "I'm sorry, sir, for disturbing you." I was like, "Please, can I get my burrito properly wrapped?" And they did. Yeah, fuck that.
The life of Neil the Great.
The life of Neil the Great.
That's like a scene from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like, that is
The burrito.
some Larry David shit.
Oh my God, Gabby, you got your phone out, Gabby?
I do, but you gotta scroll, man. I got 12,000.
No, it's fine.
Damn.
Neil, you scrolling? You scrolling, Neil?
Damn.
Carl, you're up. Carl's up on Gabby's phone. Make sure you scroll nice and deep. Scroll deep, Carl.
Get up in there, bro.
Get up in that phone and scroll.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah, there
deep.
you go. Oh, yeah,
There you
finger.
go.
Woo.
Roulette.
Oh,
roulette.
I think you went to the top.
Oh, he's at the top. He's at the top. He's scrolling. All right, scroll. Where you at, Carl? What do you got there? Pick something, Carl. Let's see what you got. He's still scrolling. Okay. Describe. What do you got there?
A video.
Play the video.
A half-naked man, I think, pumping his crotch against the back of Gabby's head.
No.
Oh, is that your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your friend. Okay. Look, please.
That's what we're calling him.
That is a male stripper.
shit,
That is a male stripper. That is a male stripper.
Bumping and grinding. He's like literally slapping his nuts on the back of this girl's neck.
That is a fucked up video.
Hey, that sounds like a good party to me. I mean,
Dude, that looked like you, Theron.
Hey,
Well, you never know.
Gabby, your innocence to me is just ruined.
Wait, was that a gay club? That was a yeah, it was a gay club. Wow. Yeah, it did look like Mr. International. All right, Carl, pass off your
I think we've
phone.
been waiting for this moment. I want to see Carl play.
Carl play.
I don't got too many. I got like a couple 200 photos in there.
Oh,
He's
perfect.
like, I've been saving my data. I keep my shit deleted, he says.
Yeah, all right, well, here
Yep,
we go.
There we go. Scrolling.
Nah, dude, we're getting nitty gritty here. Oh, okay. Well, this is a photo that it's
What is
a
it?
selfie. It's a selfie. He
Why am
looks
I
like,
not surprised?
is this the face you make during sex, bro, or what?
That's my ooh face.
Look at this. He's like, oh.
That's my ooh face.
He's got his braids down, the glasses. He's obviously wearing the Skitbag shirt.
Obviously.
Proud of you. Love it.
Carl, was
Love
this did you send this in the DM to someone? Was this a DM photo?
Nah. That's one of my more, they be like, oh, why don't you post a picture of yourself in the group so we can see how you look? And I'm like, boom.
In the group. Oh, are you in group chats? Like posting?
I'm in like 275 different groups from one. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm in ones with like naked people. I'm in ones with like where it's foreign women for black men only and shit.
What?
I'm in I'm in one to the strictly Filipino
Foreign
women.
women.
Are these Facebook groups?
What group?
Facebook
so
groups,
you're
yes.
in a Facebook group, foreign women for black men.
Oh no, I'm in multiple Facebook groups where it's not only foreign women for black men. I got a white women for black women, and I got a Filipino women for black men. We diverse as fuck up in my group.
Wait. So you're in you're telling me that you're in a foreign women for black men Facebook group and a Filipino women for black men. How many other women for black men are you in those groups?
There's the white women for black men, of course, and then you got the natural, of course, old school family, the sisters for the brothers. But they don't like us too much.
No, they don't.
That's pretty awesome. All right.
I'm in a group called No Boners Wasted.
No boners wasted.
Yeah.
We're gonna scroll on Mr. International's.
Oh, no. Some shit you don't wanna see up in here.
Scroll. We're scrolling, and there seems to be some action. You got a lot of photos on
I
here,
got a
bro.
lot of photos.
I feel
Yeah, a
like
ton of photos.
Theron's phone is probably a lot like a Drake lyric song.
Yeah, it gets weird in there. It's real fucking
Hey, what do we got here, Theron? Oh, this is the Skitbag shoot right here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
This is Crotchy. She's actually got about 2 million followers. She's got 2 different color eyes. And
Crotchy?
This is Crotchy.
Sarah McDaniels.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah McDaniels. She's actually
Shout out, Sarah.
Sarah was the first ever non-nude Playboy model. That was on the magazine. She had the 2 color eyes. She has a blue eye and a brown eye. She posted a picture. She posted a picture of me once. And then deleted it like 3 weeks later. I guess her fans were upset. They were like, "Who the fuck is this in your Instagram feed?"
A question though from
But
Carl and
that's
Anthony.
Carl. What do you think, Carl? How do you rate that ass right there?
Well, I rate that ass as proper. But I do have a question.
Carl. Well, first of all, Mr. International, how many girls you got on here? What do you got on here?
Well, I mean, you in the phone?
Yeah, you got a lot. I saw some risque stuff that I just chose to.
I got some shit that you might not want to see.
I mean,
she keeps scrolling.
See,
to
look,
the
I
left.
got Lindsay.
She's gonna
I got
see some
Lindsay
shit she don't wanna
Hancock
see.
here. Here we got Lindsay Hancock. Okay, yeah, she's a beauty. All right,
Yeah, she's great.
Oh yeah.
Quincy Schmizek. Here we go. Okay, because I used to shoot photos. I used to do fashion and swimmer and stuff.
He tactfully just shot photos of naked women.
I was gonna ask you, like, how much
Look
of that
at
was,
this one. This one's hot right here.
How much of that was your
Look
love
at this.
for photos?
See, a little beady play up in here. Oh yeah, it gets weird.
And that's great. And what I do love about your phone is that you do have like 400 amateur naked women on there.
Mm-hmm.
You should just create a book.
You should
the amateur women of Theron's phone.
Fuck a book, man. You want to monetize? Just do another Pornhub.
Dude, I thought of an idea. So the idea would be a book, but the book is literally the shape of a phone. And it literally is like an iPhone. And then like every page is the camera in my camera roll.
I like that. Well, yours would be exciting.
cool.
I would buy that.
Oh, they love it. Yeah. I mean, there's some weird shit in here, but
So let me just divert for a second.
Dude, to piggyback on what Dan was gonna say, what you do is you have celebrities do it, and you'd be like, "Yo, Drake, can you do like your camera roll and sell that book? Like through us, you know what I mean? So like now you can get like different celebrities of their actual like camera roll.
Don't be talking about this on air, bitch. Let's fucking bring it.
well, I can't do it now. Someone's fucking doing it tomorrow.
done.
He's like, let's just give all our good ideas away live on the radio. I just want to say something about Carl, Mr. C. One thing that I really admire about Mr. C is he just don't really give a fuck, And I really do I admire the non-giving a fuckness about Mr. C. I'm going to tell you guys a really funny story one time about Mr. C. So Carl, when we were brainstorming ideas, I had this really great idea for a documentary, right? And I was like, listen, and I was telling a group of people this at a party, and they were all very candidly listening to me, everything I was saying. And I said, because, when I say we're going to do something, we pretty much do it, right?
Damn right.
So I was like, listen, I got this idea, because there's two Carls. There's LegalZoom Carl, and then there's like whatever this Carl is right now, right? There's two, and I only know this Carl. Carl's shirtless right now. He's Carl, I showed up to an audition looking like you one time, like this. And I haven't auditioned in a long time because of that. Because of that time. And I was telling this story about how I wanted to make a documentary about the LegalZoom Carl and then the Mr. Weekend Carl, right? And and I was like, and we're gonna plant phones everywhere. We're gonna plant cameras at LegalZoom. We're gonna plant cameras in his house. And but he's not gonna know that we're making a documentary about him. And then someone was like, dude, that's fucked up. You're just gonna plant cameras and it's like, what dude's like jerking off or something? You're gonna have that footage. And I was like, listen, you know what? Fuck you, dude. You're gonna come on me like that? You're gonna come at me on my fucking idea right now? And Carl was standing across the room, probably drunk. And I was like, hey, Carl. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, we are gonna if we made a documentary about you, and it probably could make you famous because it's going to be a highly successful, very intricate documentary. But there's going to be some shit on there, like you doing drugs and jerking off and some real fucking fucked up shit that maybe you don't want anyone to see. Would you be cool with that? And he goes, yeah, I'll fuck with it. And I was like, see, motherfucker, but now my plan's ruined. I can't, the surprise is gone,
This really happened? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, this is a real Malibu.
I'll fuck with it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I was just proving my point because this person was trying to guilt me in front of like four, there was at least two good looking females in this group that and there was like three people and this one person was like, yeah, you can't do that. That's fucked up. You're just going to film Carl. What if he's jerking off or doing drugs or something illegal? You can't just film someone doing that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. I'll prove my point right now. And you know what's so funny is we have a friend. We're friends with Andy Dick. We all know Mr. Andy. I've actually acted in Andy a few times. We have a really good friend of ours that may or may not have hooked up with Andy Dick, right? And so I FaceTimed him the other day to kind of get clarity on this. And we were like, so Andy, did so and so? We heard a little something that maybe you guys hooked up. Maybe played with each other's whatever." And he looked at me and said, "Oh, it's a lot worse than that, kid." You know what? And then that's it. Our friend, hooked up with Andy Dick. It's fine.
Except he got nothing out of it.
He didn't get it. He wasn't trying to.
No movie roles.
Well, you're not getting
no publicity.
You're not getting anything out of hooking up with Andy Dick.
Except a possible STD.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
you
no,
can't.
tons of shame. Tons of shame.
Shame.
And we love Andy. No, don't discredit
Shame this man. Yeah.
No, we love Andy. Andy is he's actually my like doppelganger opposite because I've come across him in 3 different ways. Like his boy Ryan, he woke up on his couch one morning. Another time, I'm out with the Ding Dong show I do on Mondays. Amanda's like his best friend. And then a third time, Mickey's doing a daggone film and he sends a picture to him one day. It was Andy's
serendipitous.
Yeah.
Andy's got an invite to come on. I think, if you want it.
An open invitation.
I think you should bring Andy on. That will be an interesting fucking segment.
He invited me on his podcast. I love Andy though. He's a good guy. He's just fucked.
And then we invite the friend that is like that.
Oh yeah. We got to bring him on. Yeah, we got.
Nah, dude. Andy Dick is notorious for grabbing people's dicks in public along Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you a story. So I'm at dinner once, right? I'm at dinner once with like 7 people, maybe 6 people. It's like 3 chicks, 3 dudes, and me. So it's like 7 altogether, right? And we're like at dinner in Santa Monica, right? And like we're all just chilling. Out of nowhere, Andy Dick walks in with his girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, Theron, hey, what's up?" And everybody's like, "Oh, like that's fucking Andy Dick." And I got up and like gave him a hug and we talked for a second. I sat back down. I look at my boy to the left of me, and he had this fucking like look on his face, and he was just like watching Andy walk away. And I'm like, "Yo, like, what's your deal? Like, what's going on?" He's like, "Fuck that guy." And I was like, "Well, why? Like, what do you have against Andy?" He's like, "Man, one time I was in fucking Hollywood, right, at the Comedy Store. Dude sits down next to me, grabs my fucking dick, and I push him off. Then he gets to the left and starts trying to make out with my girlfriend." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's normal." I was like, "This shit happens all the fucking time."
Savage.
If we can't get you, he's stealing your girl, dude.
Yep, that's Andrew.
Back on your girl.
That's a move though,
Yeah.
It's like if you're trying to get on a girl, and she's with a fella, you just grab his dick,
Dude,
and then they're all shook up, and then go for the girl. They don't know what to do.
Yeah,
What a
it's
power
like
play
in those.
distraction.
It's like in those fighting games when they get the birdies around. They're like stunned for a few seconds. They just go in.
Steal the girl after the dick grab. That's a move. You
That's
know what?
real
We can
shit,
all
dude.
learn something from Andy today. All right. You know what's funny
Thank you,
is
Andy.
we're sitting here with a fucking living legend, Mr. International. Do you guys know how many homosexuals he's played in movies? He is like the ongoing.
Everyone?
I just got his credit approved on Madness in the Method, which is our movie with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, Jay and Silent Bob.
Dominic's actually on his way.
And Theron got his credit approved as Power Bottom Twink. Because you know how I am, right? I just do shit the way I think I should do it. And we were in Russia, and I was like, "Hey, we're doing the credits for the movie," because he plays a gay guy. He comes he's at the party and he walks up and he's like, "Harley Quinn, oh my God, is that you?"
Oh, is this you?
Oh yeah. He also plays a sex slave in Demi Lovato's music video.
What?
Yeah, that's
Nice.
true.
Dope.
And
I look very questionable and suspect in most things on fucking camera.
And I'm just gonna say it right now, Chip Douglas is gay. All right, the fucking beach ranger. I'll fucking say it right now. All right.
It all comes full
Squash
circle.
that.
It's all making sense now.
So, but yeah, I approved his credit. He was like, "What'd be funny is if we fucking put like Power Bottom Twink as my credit," and I was like,
I was
done.
joking though, dude. Fucking kidding.
So I texted it to the producer, and he's like, "Yeah, good, mate. We'll put it in, no problem." So your name was going to be on the rolling credits as Theron Rothman as Power Bottom Twink.
Oh my God, that's the best.
Dude, I was just thinking just now, what was that shit that we filmed in Malibu, like in the bathroom, where we had like the wig inside your underwear?
We just were looking at pictures.
Oh, yeah, the regifter.
I had black lipstick on, dude. Very fucking questionable.
That
That guy is sketchy, dude. That character is a fucking sketchy person. You don't want to come in contact with that dude. Like, I don't fucking.
You don't want to fuck with the regifter. the regifter would be like we need to turn the regifter into some psycho fucking murderer.
Get the scarf on and shit.
We need to come up with a
some
horror
other guy.
skit. Like that was a funny skit, but like we need to bring that character back. We need to put no. Could you imagine if the regifter was like the person they brought out during the torture? You know, to fuck with you. You know, shit would be going real wrong. You know. I've been spending a lot of time with Theron. He said he'd be really afraid if I was the one that came out and tortured you.
Dude, you guys brought up an awesome point about Malibu. Our audience has never heard the origin story about the foundation of Skitbags.
The foundation of Skitbags.
So you guys were there. I mean, obviously, Mickey was there from the beginning, founder and fearless leader. But what was the inception of this? What was it like? When did this idea come about? How did this all transpire?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how it went down. So basically, Neil had been editing and cutting skits. I remember even you did something with Ryan about, there was Sherlock Homie, right? That was the original sort of skit, and that's Carl and Neil. They would do all these skits. You were in school editing, and you had to make shorts and things, and I do remember once I kind of came into the scene, I, was taking acting classes, and I thought maybe I should, make something of this. And I bought some camera equipment because, you can pretty much do and make anything, even from your phone these days.
You and I went to B&H.
Right, yeah, exactly. So I remember when I went and I grabbed a camera, this is like maybe 6-7 years ago. And it was just sitting in Malibu. And I remember Theron came over one day and it was like, yo, dude, let's fucking just make some shit, all right? Like, pull the fucking camera out. Because I was like, nah, man, like, I can't do it. Like, what if it sucks? Like, what if it's bad? Like, what if no one laughs? What if it's not funny? He's like, man, just pull the camera out and hit record. So we came up with a skit on the fly, which was with our buddy Mikey Hansen, with the
tattoos.
With the tattoos. And we came up with the skit about, it was called In the Closet, right? And basically Mike is like a very hard looking prison dude. And at the time, me and Theron didn't have his tattoos. Now he looks more like Mike.
Exactly. Right?
But at the time, me and Theron just looked like nice little kids. And we basically had this skit where he said, we're a hard-ass looking prison friend gets out of jail. But there was a rumor that happened that when he was in jail, he turned gay. And we were like, no fucking way, not Mikey. He's a fucking G. Like, there's no way that he's gay. And so when Mikey gets out of prison, he comes over, and the first thing he does, he pulls Theron real tight, and he goes, oh, God, I missed you, bro. Like, pulls him in real nice and tight. And so then we start looking at each other like, dude, maybe he is gay. And he's like, yeah, I like the decor in here, yeah, right? So that was pretty much the skit. That was the first ever skit we made. And from there, we did the dance-off skit with Daniel Rockass and T-Rex Washington, which was just me fucking acting like an idiot. And Neil started coming around. And we kind of brought in the Sherlock Homie, and we brought in all those things.
I remember that night I brought Carl over, and I remember Theron's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Like, what the hell?
I'll never forget the time when I was dating my ex-girlfriend. The first time she thought she liked me, and then I brought her out with you and Carl, and she had the look of terror on her face. I remember that time, Carl, when we all went out to dinner, and she was like, like, who the fuck is this?
I also remember one time we came to the house and your dad was there, and it was just super awkward until that, like, your dad's friend came out. She was like, Sherlock Homie! And it just broke all the ice. She was like,
Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, and so pretty much we just started making, we workshopped the name of the group for a while. I remember the actual first name of the group was called the Friday Night Taco Crew. We had that for like 2 days.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember that? Remember the Friday Night?
That's weird.
It was JJ's idea.
JJ's a fucking weirdo.
He was like, let's call it the Friday Night Taco Group. I have no idea what that means. Why? But we literally, there was one skit. It was actually, it might have been the ones that I've been talking about. At the bottom, it said the Friday Night Taco Group. It's like,
really?
That's a throwback. Yeah.
Still one of my favorite skits from those days is the one with the fries.
Lord of the Fries.
Lord of the Fries. Yeah. Rest in peace, Brian. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was part of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then So that was, and the best part about that skit was at the end is when it's like, because we're supposed to be on an island or something, and then Neil like gets out from his house and he sees like people killing each other on the beach, and he's like, "Hello, is this the police?" Yeah. There's 4 white dudes killing each other on the beach. Yeah. White. Yeah. You better get down here. You better get down here right now. Yeah, and then it just cuts.
No, it cuts off over the black. It's like, yeah, you better get down here.
Yeah,
get down here.
Yeah, you better get down here.
Oh, check out who's
And,
going through.
so-
There he is.
Yeah, somebody decides to show up to the show casually late. You're on the air right now. It's a live feed. He just shows up when he wants to. We got an A-lister in the building. What's
Hi.
up? Dominic Burns, producer, writer of my latest film, Madness and the Method, coming out. Dominic, why the fuck are you late right now?
It's big time.
In my defense, no one sent me the fucking address.
So, Dom, you have been busy, right? You've been out here in LA. Your hair seems longer. Did you do something to your hair?
It's grown, man. It's grown.
Right on.
Have I been gone that long? It looks like like your hair did not grow that much. Tell me what's going on with your hair right now. Is it really that long?
Yeah. It is actually.
Looks twice as. Was it wrapped? It was up before, maybe.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. But I don't think anyone gives a shit about my hair, man.
I care about your hair. Clearly, I'm quite intrigued right now. I'm like, it feels like your hair grew twice as long in like a month.
Maybe it's like.
I don't think it was down though. It wasn't down.
No. Last time we saw it.
So Dom, you produced, wrote, you've been basically babying the movie now for 2 years, and the only reason I know this is because I've been a part of this fucking process, which has been the most grueling, tough process as an actor I have ever been through in my entire life. And the reason is because we shot completely out of order over the course of 3 years. I was fat as fuck when I started this production, and I literally had to get fat every time we reshot anything.
Oh, God.
Mickey, man, you steal this movie. I've said it a million times and I'll keep saying it. You kick ass in this movie, man, and it's going to be worth the wait. It's been a grueling 2 years, man. It's been a long, long time.
We're close to the finish line now, right?
Yeah, man, by far the longest.
How does the
movie
cut
I've
look?
worked
How
on.
does it look?
The cut looks beautiful. Almost as beautiful as you, but not quite.
Has Jay, have you watched it with Jay, the final?
Yeah, not the final. We've watched about 1 million different versions, but yeah, we're there, man. Fine.
Feeling good.
It looks
feeling
beautiful.
Good.
I'm
We
so
should watch
proud
it.
of
We should watch it.
Yeah, man. Anytime. It's really, really kicking.
So what you guys don't know, Dom obviously is from Germany, right? No, he's from England. He's from a little town called Derby, right?
Right next to Sherwood Forest, where
Right.
Robin Hood is from.
So guys, what you do?
serious? Really?
True story. Yeah.
Dope.
Time the fuck out right now, okay? Derby is a very sketchy place, to say the least. I thought
On a scale of 1 to Russia, how sketchy is it?
it's not Russia, that's for sure.
It's like Serbia.
It's like it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. So we shot out in Derby. Now, what you guys don't know is that Derby is probably one of the most haunted places in the world.
Supposed to be the haunted capital of Europe.
Really?
The haunted. Did you catch that? Are you afraid of ghosts, Neil? I know you're afraid of ghosts. I know.
Yeah. Remember that one night?
Yeah. I remember.
That sounds like a story I want to hear.
Yeah, we'll tell them about the night, Neil.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking driving back to Malibu to the house.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I swear to God,
yeah.
I seen this woman, like dressed like in white, like right next to the car, like just riding with me. I'm like, oh shit, like as if
But like a proper classic the sheet over there.
Just imagine like if say you were parked in the car and someone walked up to the window. Just imagine that like that
In
whole
like a
scenario.
like a
but
very-
I'm moving. Okay, but she's not moving. She's just standing there while I'm driving. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
I go back to the house and I'm all like, everyone, team meeting, get fucking back here.
They
I
made
was
us all go back up there.
I was like, yo, there's a fucking ghost out there. And then, yo,
He's like, yo, that was just Andy Dick, dude. No, it's all good.
and his girlfriend at the time was like, well, describe the ghost. Like, how does it look? And I'm like, oh my God.
Was this when Jennifer was there?
Yes, I was like, Jennifer, it looked like you. But I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that. So I was like, oh. So I'm like, oh, well, it was like, he wore like a red top, you know, had like a blue hat and like some shoes. And that made her leave the room. I was like, guys, yo, you look like her. That's what I said. I was like, yo.
So science would potentially suggest that it was her that you saw,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah,
and it wasn't a ghost, but it was in fact your girlfriend.
No, she could have been both. Yes,
That's the jerk. We were just talking about her the other day. Remember the night when I had to wake you up in the middle of the night, and I was like, Neil, Neil.
You're still. All I see is like your silhouette through like.
You're traumatized from that girl still.
Oh God!
She started breaking windows in the house. I was like, Neil, please, I need a witness.
I've had a roommate who breaks windows in his sleep.
Oh yeah.
True story.
Breaking windows, crazy. So Darby is one of the most haunted places on earth, and we stayed. I feel like in the most haunted fucking place on earth.
Only the best for you, Mickey. Only the best.
And no, it was a castle. It was one of the oldest Hiltons in the world.
Everything in Derby is old, man.
No, but this particular, so I'll tell you a story. And this is a true story. This is when we were there, and one night I was walking through the halls, right? And first of all, there's been some weird shit going on. There's like you see a cat out your window, but you weren't sure. And then one night, my friend Maurice, one of the producers, his bed had just moved like across the entire room. Like he went to the bathroom, he got out, and the bed was just moved to a different spot.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, he was legitimately scared. Like he called me and was like, Mickey, I need you to come to my room right now. The bed has moved. I'm like, what do you mean the bed has moved? The bed has moved across the room. There's something going on in here. So, then one of the next nights, I'm walking with Mr. International's brother, Cameron, who worked with me on that film. And we were walking through the hallways, and there's just very nice, very old, fat with like a gap between. I remember exactly. He had yellow teeth.
I really hope you're not describing me right now.
You're not old. This guy was. This guy was fucking old. All right, and he had a gap between his teeth, very yellow teeth, and he was in a fucking one of these 1800th century uniforms, like an old British uniform with gold pins, right? And he was looked like a butler out of a fucking movie from the period piece, And he walked up and he had a little pocket watch thing and everything, and he's like, "Hello, gents. Very nice night. Would you like me to help you with your bags?" Because we were walking with our bags, and I was like, "Oh, that's fine." And then later, I was like, "Oh, who's the butler?" And they were like, "We don't have a butler." Oh, I swear to God, that's the true fucking story. I freaked out. I was like, "That was a fucking ghost." I'm positive about it.
What happened to your bags?
No, we were just walking with our bags, but this guy was like, "Let me help you with your bags," and it was like as if he was a staff. And I was like, "Do you?" And then I looked into a photo, like an old photo, and I'm pretty sure there was like a lineup.
We're just talking about The Shining right now.
That's exactly what I was saying.
This fucking happened to me. I'm telling you. And the ghost hunter. There's a ghost hunter. You guys heard of the ghost hunter? Where does he live?
I'm not. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He lives in Derby.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the entire world is to scare people.
I love it. I love it.
I love scaring.
I am literally the guy that will hide in your closet for 20 minutes, giggling the whole time. Man,
Has that ever gone wrong for you?
All the time. Many times.
Like one time. Give us a time that went
the
really,
best time
really wrong.
was with Vinny, who he was the DOP on the shot Madness, and I was hiding in his closet,
guy.
thinking. The best time is if you get in someone's bedroom. That's when they feel most relaxed, man. So when you're like hiding in their closet, and that she knows. when you're
most relaxed in your bedroom, Gabby?
The last thing you expect, the last thing you expect is someone to leap out when you're chilling, in your own little space.
Sure.
And I thought I'd got Vinny. I thought I'd actually turned the shower on and closed the door, so I thought he thought I was in the shower, and I was hiding there giggling, and he'd seen me sneak in. So he waited 5 minutes, knowing that I was waiting, and he just opened this fucking closet door and just scared the shit. It just absolute
got you back.
Yeah,
It backfired.
Massive backfire. Yeah.
See, I was in Rumson and I took a paintball gun and I emptied out the paintballs and Theron was working out in the gym and he was like midway and I was like, "Freeze, motherfucker!" and I fucking shot at him with an empty paintball gun. And the thing was like it took him 4 seconds to get like it was like a delayed scare. Like at first, like I saw on his face, like he was like, I can't believe he's shooting me right now. And like he was like, and he had this look, and then he was like, and then he was like, Jesus Christ! But like there was 4 seconds where he just was like, I'm getting shot. Like I think
because like your fear face is the most honest thing you can possibly do. It's such a genuine, real reaction. Like that is not you're in no way putting any.
What's
sort
the
of
difference between your fear face and your orgasm face?
There's very little, but there's subtle differences.
Yeah.
And I'll explain it to you because one day you will get there and give someone an orgasm. I promise you'll get there, Mickey. I believe in you.
So the key is to scare them and get them off at the same time. That's like the ultimate
I feel
holy
like that's
grail?
some brand new kink that yeah.
That's what I said. I feel like Devin got that pulled off with his scratches.
What
and
do you
shit.
think I was doing in the jail between groups?
I don't know. You were shirtless about 10 minutes ago, so I don't know what the fuck you were in the closet over there. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. But off
How
camera.
do we get from Darby to some sort of scary, kinky, orgasm-y
Because
scare?
Darby always leads to scary, kinky orgasms, all right? Like, there's a fucking massage parlor that was next to my hotel that was just an open red light district massage parlor.
All right, relax here. Okay.
No, legal spot, right?
I mean, I have no idea.
Sure, he's got
What you're
no
talking about, you know?
idea. No, Darby is a great place. Dodgy.
I've brought a long succession of people to Derby, mate.
I loved it.
I've shot like 5 movies in Derby.
Yeah. What
Genuinely.
was your favorite movie in Derby?
Obviously Madness.
Obviously
Goes without
Madness.
saying. But I brought Van Damme there. I brought Mark Hamill there. You, Mickey Gooch Jr. to Derby.
Tell the story about Vinnie Jones coming to set in Derby.
Well, he was a fine, brilliant, upstanding
He's an
actor.
amazing actor.
He actually is a brilliant
So
actor.
talented.
He's very, very charismatic. But the thing is with Vinny that people perhaps don't quite realise over here is that in England he is like an absolute megastar because he was a soccer player, football player, and notorious. Like, there's a really famous picture that's actually in Madness of Vinny grabbing another gentleman's bollocks. While on the soccer field, so he was known as a really, really tough, hard footballer. So when Vinny came to set, it was a pain in the arse because we had the press turn up and we had people trying to film us. And there's actually a little shot of there's like a fight scene between Vinny and Jay in the movie, just a very mild spoiler. And there's you can actually YouTube that shit and see some asshole hanging off the side of a bridge filming it on his phone.
But Vinny brings a presence. He's tense.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy, we were filming and for like a couple of days there, everything was all, at least I was there and it was all high fives and smiles. And then it was like, Vinny Jones is here,
What, you fucking geezers.
He's like,
They fucking work. And not
I thought he
back.
wanted to fucking kill you at one point.
There is that.
No, like physically hurt you.
Yeah. But,
Because
I'm not sure I'm going to tell that story.
I was like, this dude might physically kill you.
Yeah, I thought we were going to box at one point.
Yeah, because you were trying to throw suggestions to him, and he thought you were trying to fuck with him, but you were really just doing.
I was kind of trying to fuck with him.
So Vinny was a tense guy. He comes on set, and first the schedule had Jay up to film with him first. And I remember Jay was like, fuck that, I'm not acting with him first. Like, this guy's intense.
In fairness to Jay.
No.
Actually, on a serious note, in fairness to Jay, that was actually quite a smart directorial decision.
It was a huge move. It was a huge play.
He wanted to direct him.
You want to see him in action.
Exactly,
you don't want to be on screen in front of him. But the schedule on first was
had Jay first. And unfortunately that meant, because Jay made that decision, it meant that the first person up with Vinny when he comes on set, and you've got people outside the building, it was quite a big, trying to get a glimpse of him, it was quite
a big deal. It was a big show.
Especially Vinny in Derby, he's like the LA guy now, everyone was quite excited.
They ran a fucking news article about it the day he got there. Like, it was on the front page of the newspaper, like Vinny Jones in Derby.
Yeah, and so first up, straight away with no notice, it's like, Mickey, you need to get in now. Like literally now. And of course,
I was supposed to not go for a couple hours.
Yeah, longer. It was like 4 hours you worked.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours. I thought I was ready to go.
And the thing is that it's so important, as anyone will know, doing any sort of filming, is that you need to make a strong first impression, you know?
Absolutely.
And so we were all super nervous to get it right first time. And actually, when we did get it right, he was cool. He was fine after that. But he doesn't know if he's on some bullshit job. I mean, he's just flown from LA to Derby, man. He's already pissed off, you know? Yeah. And so we needed to get it right, and it was genuinely really tense.
Right, because he shows up on set, and Dom comes over to me and says, "All right, listen, right, no pressure, but you need to be brilliant."
I think I literally
he did say that to me. No, I'm fucking quoting him right now. No pressure, but you must be brilliant. Because it's our first shot with Vinny. And if he doesn't think you're brilliant, the whole production is going to be a fucking sham. And I'm like,
I think I literally probably said
no,
that.
you did. You said you did. You told me.
Sham?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Mickey, in piss taking aside, Mickey is the type of actor you can say that to.
Yeah,
like he doesn't need that sort of protection. You can just say, look, I really need you to go in there and smash it.
He did. He did. He said because this is a big deal, and this is Vinny's because you're in Derby. There's like a we're very running and gunning. It's a very independent movie, and nobody does the independent space better than you in Derby. I mean, nobody does the independent space better than you. Period.
Thank you.
I've been on a lot of independent films, and I've been on a lot of big films. I've been on films that have grossed $600 million. There were $30 million budgets, and you got a bunch of fucking people running around doing God knows what. Like, what is that guy's job? I don't know what his job is. His job is to just do fucking nothing, I guess. And when Dom has a show, everyone has a very specific job, and it speaks to my heart because of the independent world that we live in and the skits that we did. And I remember one time making fucking Neil dig a hole for like 20. We had people digging holes.
Dug that hole till 4:00 in the morning, and
all of us.
And
I remember that shit.
And which was a great lesson in script writing, because it was like, if there's a fucking hole in the ground, you gotta make it now. Neil was like, it was the first time Neil had like wrote in a script and was like, oh shit, like I should probably rethink this better, like, because it was like, all right, well now we gotta bury the body, and we were like, fuck, we gotta dig a fucking huge hole. I had to call a friend of a friend who had a house in Malibu, and she still gives me, she's like, you put a fucking hole in my ground. To this day, she's like, and it
had to be like deep. It shouldn't even be like
deep enough for somebody to lay inside of it.
And it was a hot summer day, and I remember like we bust out Carl, Neil, Theron. There was like 6 dudes in the heat digging a hole for like a 5-minute shot.
Yes.
This was like, I mean, these dudes were on it. But anyway, point is Dom, nobody does the independent space better than you. And this was a fantastic independent movie. And when I went on that set with Vinny, I remember, there's a vibe. There's not the huge trailers on that set. There's not people running around kissing your ass, grabbing you at fucking sushi or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not a big fluff movie set. This was a nitty gritty to the bones. Like, we're capturing what we need, because at the end of the day, it's what's in front of the camera, right?
Fuck yeah.
You could have 400 people standing behind the camera with the fucking show and dance and cotton candy machine, but like, if you're not, what's in between the frame is what really matters. And we caught some great stuff. And I know that when Vinny showed up, there was that vibe of like, what is this, right? Like, Vinny wants to know like where he's at. He's in Derby, like, of all places. And it was a big deal that first scene hit hard. And I remember acting, and it was a big deal.
You absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's hard not to sound sycophantic, which is like an important British word for kissing your ass. But it's hard not to sound sycophantic. But you absolutely smashed it, and that remains one of my favourite scenes in the film.
It's a big scene.
It's
we won't
really
spoil it.
Fun scene.
We will not spoil it, even though we want to.
I desperately want to, because he does this shit that still, I've seen this film like a fucking billion times, and it still makes me laugh every time I watch his face do this thing in that scene.
It's a great scene. But the point, I remember doing the scene, and obviously it's comedy. I throw a little improv in there, I do a little this, a little that, and I'll never forget sitting across. I mean, Vinny's a fucking intense guy, right? And he acts. He's no less intense. If anything, he turns up the volume, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the scene, there was like a second pause, and he looks at me and he goes, "Good on one, boy." And that was it. Like from that moment on, Vinnie Jones knew that he was in a legit fucking, movie, and everything went smooth from that point on.
That's literally what he said. Yeah, he just nodded and said, "Yeah."
He said, "Good on one, boy."
Yeah,
and I was like, "All right."
Like that face, like from fucking
And Vinny chilled.
Head Thieves.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I talked to
No, he made there's a face he makes in Head Thieves at the table. When he's like, when Dante's on the phone, he'd be like, okay, I can see the face exactly.
Yeah. All right, yeah. It was
Vinny was chill after that, and you could literally see the difference in his attitude, literally instantly. He was like, okay, I'm not in a shit show. This is all right.
Yeah.
This guy's all right.
So, at what point does the world get to see this movie?
Very, very soon, man. As you know, we've been, we basically finished it now.
I asked that for the audience because I want to know myself.
I would see it coming out by the end of the year. I would have thought.
Dope.
That's
I think we'll drop the trailer pretty soon, which you've seen.
Yeah, the trailer's great.
The whole thing's it's exactly what you'd imagine Jason Mewes would direct. It's fucking madness. Yeah, it's fucking madness,
It's insanity.
And there's a couple of incredible scenes with Jay and Kevin in there as well. Stuff that people, and just at the point where everyone thinks they've seen everything that Jay and Silent Bob could do, there's definitely some different stuff in there.
Yep, no, there's some great stuff in there.
I would argue it's not what people are going to expect, actually. It's a little bit different in a good way.
There's a lot of heart in it.
Yeah, genuinely, yeah.
In all the madness, there's a lot of heart.
But
I loved it.
But I've said it a million times. Mickey steals this movie, man. I'm not even. I'd say if he wasn't here, I have said it.
Mickey steals everything.
I've stolen this fucking radio show today. We're fucking. Devin's not even on a mic. We're So my question is it true that Theron's credit is Power Bottom Twink?
This is true.
We were just talking about it. How Theron plays a gay guy in every single thing he does, and how he's a sex slave in Demi Lovato's music video.
I seen him. I was at a Skitbags meeting, and I seen him do this improv story that he told, and it was so fucking funny. I was rolling around laughing, and I was like, Mickey, does he want to come in? And I've got a little thing for him in Madness. Does he want to come in? This story was so funny, man. I just cast him.
You got to tell this. The story. So Theron, when he first moved to LA, Theron's always got the rock hard abs and the body that doesn't quit, and and then when he first moved to Los Angeles, he was like, I might get into a little modeling, right? I'm doing acting, modeling, blah blah blah, and he was approached on Santa Monica Boulevard by a pretty reputable looking guy with a guy had a tie on, so he was like legit.
Is that the code?
And
something like that.
And he was like, "Oh my God, look at you." He's like, "Oh, okay," and he's like, "Are you a model?" And Theron was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm a model. Yeah, I fucking take pictures for people, whatever,
He's like, who are you signed with?
And he was like, I'm not signed with anyone. And he basically told him, yeah, maybe we gotta get you signed, right? And so Theron exchanges numbers with this guy, and he starts. He's like, what did he say? You need to get some photos or something, right?
Yeah, he's like, I need some kind of like I would say a headshot. He's like, we need some photos to start with. So I can pass them around. To the agencies.
Pass them around,
and kind of like get your face out there a little bit, see what you're working with.
And so Theron starts sending pictures, and he was like, well, all the big guys, all the heavy hitters, they all go full nude. Everyone. He's like, you need to be comfortable in underwear. You need to be comfortable nude. So what do you got, right? And so Theron starts sending this guy nude photos, right?
Yep. And then at the time, I was fucking sending nude photos to everybody and their mom.
There's a lot of nude photos.
It's like scandalous shit.
Finding a nude photo from Theron's like finding a penny on the ground. Like everyone's got one, all right? Fucking, I think I got one in my phone right now. And so Theron starts sending this guy nude photos, and I think somehow it escalated to like, I need you to like masturbate on like.
Shut up. Hang on, that's like. What do you mean so It's like, yeah, just
because at one point, Theron's brother, who was also living with us, like walked into the bathroom and Theron's like on like FaceTime or something, masturbating with fucking Crisco oil on it.
Fucking masturbating.
And he's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, get out. He's like, get out of here. I'm busy.
No, he's like, yeah, like those abs look really nice. He's like, I need him to pop a little more. You know? He's like, maybe like, get some oil, do some crunches. And I was like, fuck, like, all right. Like, I was like, I don't have any coconut oil, I don't have any Hawaiian Tropics Dark Tanning oil. I was like, I don't know what to do. So I run into the kitchen, I'm like, poof, like open the cabinets, and there's the fucking Crisco vegetable oil. So I pull that motherfucking gallon of Crisco out, and I run into the bathroom and shut the door, and I'm like oiling myself up, I'm naked, like, the junks. He's like, you just fluff the junk up a little bit, get that, pop it, So I'm oiled up, and I'm like posing off, and my brother walks in the room. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, get out, shut the door, and like force the door shut.
Yo, I remember this shit.
And then
I remember hearing this right after it happened. I remember hearing this.
No, because
but he keeps telling me, he's like, fluff the junk up more.
Fluff the junk.
I'm like, all right, dude, how much more fluffed can it get? You may be fucking fully erect. And so, next thing you know, my cock's like rock hard on camera. I'm oiled up in fucking vegetable Crisco, like oil. And, he's like, just walk into the camera and bust. And I was like,
walk into the camera and bust.
That was the famous where he's like, just walk in and bust. Walk into frame and bust.
It's a runway move.
But think about that for a second. You have to literally be in motion, right? You're walking. You gotta literally like that's a fucking skill. If you could actually, can you do that? Can you walk into the camera and bust?
Like 1, 2, 3,
Can
4.
I walk into the camera and bust? I mean, I could get pretty close.
Yeah, no, but so like he wanted you to like runway model, like run like a strut, like bop 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 bust, right?
Yeah, left, right, bust.
I love so much the fact that after all that story, the first thing Mickey takes is that how difficult it is to walk up. There's so many other questions.
That's like, yeah, I'm curious. How hard is it to walk into the camera and bust? I mean, and what the reality? So was this guy wasn't legit, was he?
I don't know, man. I mean, he had a website.
This is a gay guy on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Well, pretty much what happened was when he's like, all right, just walk into the camera and bust. And I'm like, then I like had a moment of clarity, and I look at myself, I'm like, I'm drenched in Crisco vegetable oil, naked, and my dick's hard, and I'm like filming this. I was like, what happened? Like, I blacked out. I was like, what the fuck happened? It's like, call this chick who's a model who I was like, friends with, and I was like, so I met this guy. He said he's like an agent, and he's gonna get me on like Calvin Klein's, like in like, he's like, he's gonna fly me to Miami and all this shit. And I was like, and I'm like walking into the camera, and he went like, my dick's hard,
bust.
and I'm covered in oil, and she's like, yeah, you're getting played right now. She's like, this video's gonna be on Pornhub or Grindr, or he's gonna use it.
It's definitely gonna be on. It is on Pornhub probably.
Then I had to fucking cut the cord, and I was like, you're out.
So walking, did you actually pull it off the walking?
No, I mean that's when he said the walk and bust, I was like, this is getting fucking weird.
So when he said walk in, it was weird, yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I make people famous all the time. And he's like, here's the list of my clients, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, they walked in and busting.
Who was the list of this guy's clients?
I don't know, man. I don't remember. This is like 5-6 years ago.
And how much pull does he have? Because I'm available.
I don't know. Not enough, obviously.
Walk into the camera and bust. That's got to be really fucking difficult. So,
I should have done it. I'd probably be fucking famous right now.
You
if I could walk
yeah.
and bust,
you'd be on.
Shit would have taken off.
But how? So that's when the moment. It feels like I feel like that's happened to me before. The moment of clarity when I'm in like a Halloween costume and you've been like arrested. There's like you look like a fucking idiot and you're like that moment of clarity. Like there's nothing more shameful than like being in like a bad situation dressed up like fucking Batman or something, or whatever. Like, and like you fucked up and you got glitter on your face and like it's like you're like a disgrace to this planet and now you look like a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah, that happened to my brother in Liverpool. He's from Liverpool and he was gone out dressed as like a 70s guy, complete with the fake hairy chest, the whole thing, and
he got in trouble.
I get pulled over in my little princess costume.
I mean, you're having a moment of clarity right now. Like, what fuck are you? What are those things on your head right now?
These cat ears are cute, Mickey.
I love them.
No, they're really cute, but I feel like we have like, listen to
Mickey.
you're like, I feel like this is wrong that you're even, you got these cat ears on. Like, what is this outfit? Explain this outfit you have on right
This
now.
outfit says I rolled out of bed and put clothing on and then came to the dash.
The cat ears match the socks.
They do.
They got the red socks,
They
the cat
actually do.
ears. What shirt is that? What does that
It's
say?
a neck deep.
What's neck deep?
It's a pop punk band.
Let me ask you a question. Who's the lucky guy?
My boyfriend Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler, congratulations. Shout out to Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler.
Congratulations.
This
Now,
sweet bod,
can
all
I-
his.
Good for you,
because He's a
Tyler.
personal trainer.
Can I
Good for you.
ask you a really personal question?
Yes.
Do you wear those ears when you have, intercourse with Tyler?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Because I feel like that would be the way I would want to wear those ears. I'm ready to
You
borrow
can have
them.
these ears if you want.
Yeah.
I have a whole pair of ears back at my house.
You got more. You got extra ears.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an extra pair for Dom too? Because we're all going to go to Mission Impossible tonight wearing those ears. Have you seen Miss? You missed out on the beginning segment of this show. We've been talking extensively about Tom Cruise and how Tom Cruise probably is contracted to have a 50-yard dash in every movie that he's in. Have you ever seen a movie where Tom Cruise is not running?
Let me
for
ask you a question.
50
What about
yards?
Jerry Maguire? Does he do a 50-yard dash in Jerry Maguire?
Fuck yeah!
Of course he does. Definitely.
Show me the money, baby.
Show me the money.
I almost want to give him a bit of a dash when he's leaving the office, but right before who's coming with me. I think there's a little bit of a little.
Can we get like a Neil? I know you'd be great at this. Can we get like an edited reel of the Tom Cruise dashes?
Dude, unfortunately, there's already is one.
There's an there is.
one.
No
it's,
way.
it's like 9
Of
minutes
course
long.
there is.
But you
Of course
guys, have
there
you guys seen Mission Impossible? Sorry,
No,
I missed
we
this.
want to see it.
It's absolutely amazing.
Oh,
We
dude,
want to see it.
wanna see it
Legit.
We're going tonight.
Yeah,
We're going tonight. Would you go again?
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
gonna be
yeah,
my
yeah.
date?
I'll
Really?
come. Yeah, I'm down.
It's like that.
Perfect.
Seriously, I'd see it again in a heartbeat. Yeah,
So
it's
Dom,
amazing.
you're dressed with you got these rings on your necklace right now. What are those things?
That's a long story. They're basically my grandparents who. Are
Well, we don't have the time for a long story. I'm just kidding. Get one of those rings.
It's not a radio story. It's not a radio story.
Okay,
It's-
but you rock the rings. Those things are heavy duty. Those are some like Lord of the Rings looking rings right there.
That's the camera.
Oh, okay. There's the camera. Those things. Now, is there a reason why you have them on the necklace and not on your hands?
Yeah, because they're a little bit much to.
I feel like they're much on the necklace. I feel like they're
No,
just much.
But,
I mean,
Much of a muchness.
But if they're on his fingers and he punches someone out, now there's fucking evidence.
Yeah.
They know who it is and everything.
The boy knows.
What he's
the
saying
boy
is that
knows.
they're a little loud.
they're loud.
I mean,
they're
like
loud.
he's trying to keep a low pro a little bit, you know?
Oh, like
Do
Liberace
I in
loud.
any way look like I'm trying to keep a low profile?
So, Dom, I know you've been. What kind of projects you working on next?
We got 2 TV shows that we're developing and 2 movies. As you know, I've written you quite a stonking part in what will hopefully be the next movie. Something very, very, very different for you as well.
That's hilarious. I don't even know what during this. I'm sorry. This is
What the fuck's going on?
during the course of this show, Devin has not only taken his shirt off in the back room, but now he was just looking through the trash in the other room. I have no idea what.
With security.
What the fuck are you doing with security? Like, what did you lose? Did you lose something important? I hope not.
A piece of the camera gear. So that's somebody else. I went to use the restroom and somebody threw it away. Oh, there we go.
He's in the trash. And you were Why were you shirtless earlier?
This is Charlie work. That's what I'm doing.
Why were you shirtless earlier?
I've changed from my Cuban Yavetta shirt into the Skitbags shirt to promote the brand, brother.
Oh, so mid-show, you're in 2 different shirts this show.
For the first 5 minutes, yeah, I'm in one dress
Devin,
shirt.
can you walk and bust?
That's all right.
I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Sounds good. That'll be the extras. You
our
know,
Patreon
after the
account.
end of this show, I think if we can find that clip of Theron, walking and busting, I think that would really make a fine exit to this show as a nice like stamp
In
piece.
slow motion.
Like the show ends and then boom, Theron, and that's it.
Left, right.
Dom. So you were talking about the creative projects that you got coming up.
Yeah. So I'm going to direct next. I've produced and written this one, but the next one
I
I'm
would
gonna do, I'm gonna direct.
I love your vision. You obviously are a brilliant director. I could tell that on Madness, how you just even the times that you were working with the actors and helping out with Jay. I mean, that was, I'm very excited for your next piece.
That's the element of it I love. I can't stand the business side of the business, but the creative side, I love it. You know,
Yeah.
I could direct performances all day long.
The business side is such a bitch, isn't it?
Fuck the business.
Worst part.
Fuck the business.
part.
I fucking hate it, man. Everyone, no one likes the business, surely.
Sometimes I like the business.
I fucking hate it, always.
So, and you've been, when we've been talking, you've been about, talking with Olivia Munn for one of your projects and stuff. We've been kind of circling that idea. I know my manager wants to talk to you about that. That's cool.
Yeah, I love badass female leads, and have done way before that was a traditional thing to love,
Yeah.
And traditional is the wrong word, like a cool thing to love, like everyone wants female roles now, but I've wanted them for a long time, and I've written something totally different for her, an absolute kick-ass role, so hopefully we get that off the ground.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's all bullshit until it's not in this game, isn't it? It's never anything until it's something.
And what got you into making film? Like, why did you start making film?
Just a pure obsession watching movies growing up as a kid.
Who's your top 3 crushes? Female crushes. If you could have
massive crush on Molly Ringwald. Still think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolute massive crush. Kind of Scarlett Johansson. I'm into redheads.
Redheads,
Yeah.
Darren was just hooking up with a redhead.
Oh yeah.
Big ups, Aaron.
Yeah. She's a good friend of mine.
Did you get friends?
Why redheads?
I have no idea. It's very bizarre, but it's just, I don't know what it is.
They're the craziest. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think that may be it.
You just, I'm attracted to crazy too. I'm like batting 1,000 on crazy.
I have an ex-redhead who's fucking batshit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Good for her. Guac. And so, you're going to be you're going back over to the UK soon, right?
Yeah, it's wedding season, so I've got a wedding.
Wedding season? That's a thing?
No, it's not. It is in my life.
I'm like Wedding Crashers. It's like I always want to know when wedding season was.
Of course, it's wedding season. Like from April
the
to
summertime, I guess.
Like April.
My brother's getting married in the fall. Is that wedding season?
No, it's not.
No, it's like I've got like a bunch of weddings.
No, it's not. You're so in sync with that, Thank you,
But there's no safe season in England anyway, because it could literally be sunny in the morning and rain in the fucking afternoon in England. So, so you just got to keep fingers.
I got a question for you. I pitched this earlier, so I want to hear what you think about it.
Go for it.
I had this idea of having a documentary where we would basically hide cameras everywhere and completely infringe on Carl's existence, where we'd hide cameras in his bathroom, his bedroom, and his workplace, and then a couple of his favorite places where he goes on a regular basis. And it would be a complete infringe on his privacy. It'd be fucked up. We'd see him doing some really weird shit. Because the idea of the documentary is to show that this anomaly, this person that is Carl, the person that we all know, the guy that's got you see who we're talking about right here, right? And then there's this Carl that works at LegalZoom from like 8 to 5 or whatever every day, 9 to 5 Carl. Like, who the fuck is that Carl? Who is the Carl that works at LegalZoom as opposed to the other one? And this is and this is gonna be a documentary called Who's Carl?
I feel like that's a green light. Because like as soon as you mention the words hidden and camera, then it fucking gets greenlit.
Now, someone at a party told me that's fucked up. They were like, you can't invade someone's privacy like that. You can't basically.
So hang on, does Carl know about this?
No, he won't know about it.
Oh well, yeah, that's kind of this.
But then I said,
Carl, we're not doing this.
But then I said to Carl, because someone tried to call me out at a party. They tried to make me look like I was some psychopath trying to like make really fucked up content and exploit my friends. And they were like, that's fucked up. Like, he's going to be jerking off. Like, he's going to be doing shit. You're going to be filming him doing shit. And I was like, fuck you, dude. I bet you if I was like, hey, Carl. And I explained to him the whole show. I said, it's going to be a documentary and it's probably going to be great for your career. Maybe not. It could ruin you. Would you be down? And Carl took about 4 seconds, looked to the right, to the left. He said, yeah, I'll fuck with it. And that was it. And I literally knew right then and there that Carl is forever. Forever.
You know how you have like when they do medical trials and they have like some people who are on placebos, taking pills that don't do anything, and then some people actually taking the medicine. So you'd need to like get 50 people who all agreed to it, and then none of them would know if they'd been chosen or not.
Gotcha.
But they'd all agreed to it prior. So like you go in and you sneak into it. You'd have to have enough people for them to think it's.
Or you just need a Carl in your life where you know you could get him to sign the papers after the fact.
Well, yeah, we'll just do that. It's probably easier than finding.
You know, because I believe if you took 50 people who may or may not know that, I mean, first of all, that's a documentary in itself. Just the documentary of that.
You could walk onto Hollywood Boulevard and find 50 people now. I mean, everyone wants to be reality famous.
Yeah, but you imagine imagine if you thought that someone approached you and you signed that paper.
But you'd have to leave it like
the next
year.
but for the next year, you'd be sitting there wondering if they are filming you or not. And like that's the show, is the 50 people all get filmed, but only and one of them only gets featured. But then, you know, so we kind of go through this process, but we kind of just look at the idea of what 50 people act like over the course of the year. Can you imagine if you were being filmed all the time for the last year? I mean, we don't even know why you were late to the show, and God forbid we had footage of why you're fucking late today.
No comment.
So, I believe that you said that Madness is going to be coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah, end of the year, I think. But you'll know because we're going to scream it very, very loudly from every rooftop in the world.
Yeah, I think I'd probably hear about it, right? I get some kind of notice.
I feel like you'll be.
That sounds good. Well, it's
high.
always a fucking pleasure having you in my presence.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. Sorry, my bad. Although I didn't get sent.
Don't
the address.
apologize to me. Apologize to fucking Gabby because she wore fucking
Gabrielle.
ear pieces
I'm sorry
for you.
to you. I'm also sorry to Tyler.
If I want to follow at Poppy Carlo to see what he's like in fucking on Instagram, and then you need to start posting shit on Legals from LegalZoom. I need to start seeing some LegalZoom footage, all right? Because I'm seeing way too much non-LegalZoom footage, all right? There's an overload of some bullshit on your feed. You know, if I really need to tune out and watch some nonsense that means absolutely nothing, I just tune to your fucking feed at Poppy Carlo. Half the time, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's the beauty of it.
But I want to see some LegalZoom feed, and if I want to see some, you know, possible, you know, crisis feed, I go to at Neil Life the Great, whatever. And Gabby, I mean, I don't even know. You probably have some weird shit going on in your feed. You guys have you're a strange character.
It's called Cat Ears.
Cat Ears.
At Cat Ears.
What's your Instagram, Gabby? Gabby Shake. Gabby Shake. At Gabby Shake. Okay.
Lead us out, fearless leader. You got the reins on this bitch, bro.
And at Sailor Dev, what the fuck does that mean? Sailor Dev, are you some kind of? Are you a fisherman? Are you from Tampa? Do you
yeah.
Do you act?
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah. Are you a pirate? Are you a Buccaneer?
I am.
You a fan of the Buccaneers? Do you like the Buccaneers football team? Yeah,
No.
get the fuck out of here. None of us like the Buccaneers. And
Very understandable.
they had one good player, Keyshawn Johnson, and now I don't even. Keyshawn wasn't even that great. Now he's
Yeah, but they fucking beat the Raiders in the fucking Super Bowl.
All right, Keyshawn's good. We'll give him that. I like. Are you a fan of Keyshawn?
No.
Anyway, and Dom, I think Dom wants to stay incognito because he's like, I don't even, you know, at Dominic Burns.
No one wants to fucking follow me, man.
I follow you.
We follow you.
I follow you. I see what you're up to. I see when you're hanging out with my friends and not me. All right. I see when you're hanging out, even with my enemies. You're hanging out with my enemies. Yeah, you're just a little slut, aren't you? Just fucking hanging out with all of them.
baby, only for
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the fucking show, isn't it? We've all plugged our Instagrams in a very
Baron.
At the Dirty Handsome. What if you want a fucking dick pic? Yeah, go to the at Dirty Handsome and get your free dick pics. They're as free as finding a penny on the ground. We already established that. He's got a nice cock though, so follow him at the Dirty Handsome. And, that kind of concludes our show here on the Skitbags. I guess we'll just fucking end it on that, right?
Skitbags Radio, we're up!